Okay, so fine. I think you can see the screen, right? Can anyone confirm?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay, okay. So basically, like just what we have seen, like whenever a new project is there, like as a yeah, basically what we'll do, like we'll start our project manager is assigned in the organization who is heading the project. So by taking the requirements from the vendor means what, who has developed the project, means let's say the company is taking project from Infosys or Accenture or some organization, for example. So they are the vendors. Okay, they will take the requirements from the vendor project manager. They will submit the requirements to our DB team. Once they submit the requirements to our DB team, what DB team will do? DB team will analyze the requirements. Then we'll ask them to share all these details if any details are missing. Basically, in the requirement document, we'll have all these details in the requirement document. Okay, otherwise, if any clarification is required, we'll ask them to share these details. Then we'll request the systems team, okay, to provision the VM. Suppose if it is a standalone, we'll ask one VM. If it is a cluster or if you want to go with always on, depends on the organization policy, like one server in HO, head office, or in primary data center, one server in DR. Sometimes like policy is will maintain two servers in primary data center, one server in DR, for example. Depends on the organization policy, will request for the VM setup. Okay, this is done by our systems team, not our job. Once the VM setup is ready, they will share the complete details. Okay, so as per our requirement, they will prepare the VM, they will share the complete VM details. Fine. Once we get all the complete VM details, then what we'll do, we'll ask security team sometimes. In some organization, they will provide direct access to our TP team once the VM is ready. Okay, RDP access, okay, remote desktop access. But in some organizations, we have to manually request security team for PAM access. PAM is the privilege access management. Basically, we have so many tools are there in the market, PAM tools. One of a tool is their safeguard. Okay, using safeguard, what we can do, we can log into the server. Okay, so we can start working with the VM. Okay, after that, sir, we'll connect to the server. We'll start installation. We'll start configuration, everything. That's remember our job starts from here normally. Means like requesting the servers, required servers. Then once the servers are ready, we'll start the setup process, SQL Server setup process. Fine. Okay. Let's say we'll go to actually in my machine. See, directly you can install SQL Server in your laptop for practice purpose. Okay. But just to show you how it happens in real time, okay, how the process happens in real time. I have created one VM, okay, with different drives. In general, remember, in C drive, we can install SQL Server or we can use separate drive. In D drive, generally we'll maintain data files. L drive, log files. Means just we have to understand different drive. Data files one drive, log files in another drive. TempDB files will maintain in separate drive. Backups will maintain in separate drive. For example, in some scenarios, what will happen? Backups are taken or scheduled with some third-party tools. Instead of scheduling backups in SQL Server directly, uh, like if the backup size is huge, to avoid the performance issues, we are scheduling with some third-party tools. In that case, what will happen? No need to use separate drive for backups. Okay, right. So let me connect to my virtual box. Actually, we can use VMware or anything. Virtual box I'm using. Okay, Oracle Virtual Box. So here, see, I have created one VM with this name SQL 2022 server SRV. Let me start. Okay. Yeah, in general, remember once we connect to PAM, there we can search the server name. We can put the server name. Once we click on start button to the server name start button, then we'll get like this RTP, remote desktop. Okay, 1 second. Right. Yeah. Check here. This is my server. Let me log in here. Control or delete. Just the password. Okay. Yeah. Check here. Like I have connected to the server successfully. Here see Windows Server operating system. Actually, it is like Windows Server 2022. If we see here. Now I will go to the drives. Like if I go to this PC, okay, we have C drive. Okay, so here we'll install SQL Server, for example. Okay, we have E drive. Here I will place the database data files. Okay, L drive. Here I will place the database log files. Actually, D drive is used by CD drive something. That's why I'm using E drive. Okay, right. Here see MDB I will place in a separate drive. Like this, like according to our requirement, we'll propose some file system layout. We need these drives with these sizes. With the same sizes, our systems team will create the setup. Okay, once the setup is ready, now we are taking RTP of the server, go to some C drive somewhere. Here, you can create one folder like software something. So here what you can do, you can copy paste the softwares. What softwares we need initially? One is database engine or SQL Server software, then latest patch, then SSMS. These three. Okay. Database engine, latest patch, and SSMS. Okay. In general. Okay. Let me check here. I think I have downloaded here. Let me. Okay. Not downloaded. Let me download it. and already it is there in my laptop. Download SQL Server Evaluation Edition. Copy this. Okay, I will go to C drive softwares. Okay, paste it is not allowing. Okay, no problem. Let me enable. Maybe network is properly not set. Otherwise, directly copy paste is allowed. Okay, let me just check what is the network settings for this one. Settings, network. Okay, it is bridge network, but it is using some wireless adapter. Here I think I'm using with wire, with wire actually. No problem. I will enable this wireless also here. Okay, now just go back to here. Just I will say troubleshoot. Yeah, now here it is connecting, detecting. Fine, yeah, it is done. It is saying okay. Now here I can access network here. Let me just go back to here, downloads, double click. Yeah, same thing which we have downloaded. Let's say I'm saying download media. I'm not asking to start basic installation, but download media, I'm saying download. Actually, this step is done in our local laptop. From there, we'll copy paste directly into the server, or we can maintain the this softwares in a shared drive. We can access that shared drive in the server. Okay, so we can copy the software into the local drive. From there, we can start setup anything. Right. But just what you can do in your laptop after downloading this evaluation edition, we have seen, right? Once you double click, after double clicking, just click on download media, we'll get this file, okay, directly in your local machine. From here, normally this file what we'll do, we'll copy paste into the server, then we'll start installation. SSMS is also there in my machine. Once both are installed successfully, I will install the patch. Okay, latest patch. Okay. Think Wi-Fi network is there somewhat slow. No problem, it will finish. Yeah. Yeah, completed. Okay. See, after downloading the software, just close here. Okay. Right click on the software, mount. Okay, check here mounted. Again, right click on setup, run as administrator. Always best practice, remember, whenever you are running the setup, use this option, run as administrator option. Okay, okay, yeah, check your installation started. We are getting the wizard, step-by-step wizard. In that wizard, we can do customizations. Okay, then check here. 1 second. Is there? Ayush is there? Okay, thank you. Yeah, check here. Like I will start here installation process. Let me start here. Go to installation. This planning is what? Just documentation actually. Just go to installation. Select here first options here. New SQL Server standalone installation. Just remember once again, we know already SQL Server supports different types of working environments, right? Standalone environment where we'll maintain single production server. Next we have uh, always on environment, okay, for high availability where we can maintain more than one servers. Third one we have cluster environment, SQL cluster environment. Three types of environments. See, basically for standalone where we can maintain single production server, and for always on, we'll use this setup. First option. For cluster installation, we have these two options here. I think some font is small, maybe. These two options are there for cluster installation. We'll use these options later. This is only for SQL cluster installation. For standalone and always on, we have to go with this first option only. Okay, right. Click on the first option. Yeah, same things here. It is asking which edition you want to install. By default, evaluation edition, we know, right? Free edition. But in real time, automatically will get here product key. Automatically. No need to type also. So if you are not getting, we'll take the product key from our uh, generally systems team or licensing team. Okay. Normally we'll get the product key and we'll have this license in most of the cases. SA, Software Assurance License. Means what? We'll get next version also will get freely, no need to pay any extra amount. Okay, so but here we don't have any license key. That's why just you can continue with free edition, evaluation edition, which works for 180 days, free edition. You can practice all the features. Okay, clustering, always on, performance tuning, all the features we can practice here. Developer edition is there, free edition already we have discussed, which is not no need to take any license. Developer edition. Express edition is there. This is also free, but it supports only limited options. A startup people without purchasing software SQL Server, they can go with this Express edition. Okay, see, let me go to evaluation edition. Next, I accept. Next. You want to include the updates also, check for updates. It is asking. No need, just will continue. After installation, we'll apply the updates. Okay, next. Just it is verifying everything is fine or not. Okay. Basically, it is saying Windows firewall warning. Actually, in this machine, firewall is on. That's why it is showing the warning. In most of the cases, remember, in production environment, firewall is off. Means OS level firewall is off, but they will have separate firewall. Okay, device, okay, where they will configure the security traffic, inbound, outbound traffic. Suppose if I go to firewall.cpl, see, firewall is on here. Let me just make it off. Okay. If I rerun here, automatically it will navigate to next page. Means all are passed. Its meaning. Then Azure extension for SQL Server. Already we have discussed, like in Microsoft, we have yeah, SQL Server, yeah, SQL Azure is there, right? Azure is a cloud computing platform. So if want, we can use some extensions for Azure. Here nothing is required for on-premises actually. Just uncheck this. Uncheck this. Okay. Next. Okay. Then now, sir, what features you want to install? Importance here. I want to install database engine. Okay, which is our main server already we know. Then in general in production environments here we'll install integration services. SSIS actually. Basically this integration services or SSIS is required for automation. Okay, to schedule any jobs alerts. Generally, we use internally this SSIS service. That's why select this SSIS also. That's why we can verify the document before going with installation. Means if they say that I want some other services like analysis, reporting, we can download separately reporting service. We can install, we can select those checkboxes also. Otherwise, database engine and integration service. In the same way, in database engine, if they are saying that we need replication, full text something, we can select the options. Otherwise, if there is nothing is mentioned, only install SQL Server 2022, for example. Then remember, just select your database engine integration service and see, let's say I'm installing in C drive. Already have said that's why once you enter in the organization, they will give the KT program, knowledge transfer. There they will discuss like will install separately in D drive or somewhere or C drive, for example. So if the policy is there to directly install in C drive, just you continue. If the policy is there to install SQL Server software, means only binaries in different drive, just change your D in all the three places. Let's say I will continue with C drive next. Means what? In C drive, we are installing SQL Server binaries or software. Just remember. Okay. Hope all are following. If any simple doubts are there, just ask me. Is it fine, Ayush, Hema, Kiran, Srinath? Just you can use thumbnail or something. If it is fine, we are following. Yeah, thank you very much, Srinath. Very simple steps are there. Actually, installation takes just next 5-10 minutes only. Just 5 minutes maximum. Just I'm yeah, giving you complete information what feature is for what purpose, so that there should be no confusion for you. Okay, right. Next one's here. After that, yeah. Next here, like it is asking which type of instance you want. Already we know, right? We have default and named instances. In general, in production server, will go with only one instance, default instance. Okay, no need of named instance. But in non-production, just remember to reduce the licensing cost. In one machine, same machine, we can install SQL Server multiple times to reduce the licensing cost. In general, remember one important point, licensing cost, we have different licensing models are there, but the license is on machine level, server level, not on like instant. Means like in one server, you install 10 instances, same license, same cost in one server. If you install SQL Server in different machine, then it is another license like that. We'll see later about licensing. Just remember, I'm going with default instance whose name equal to MS SQL Server. Just say next. Right now, nothing is installed here. Everything is empty here down. See, nothing is there in this machine, fresh machine. Okay. Okay. Now, sir, it is asking service accounts. Okay. Service account is used by our SQL Server in the background. We'll see later. Just here you see instead of manual, make it automatic startup type. Means what? Whenever system is rebooted, machine is rebooted, automatically services are rebooted. It started, sorry. That is the automatic. We can use this checkbox, which is optional. This is used to improve backup and restore performance. We'll see later. Don't get any confusion. Just I have changed here to automatic. Go to collation. Collation settings are nothing but language settings actually. Just you go with the default collation. Means like up to here it's meaning US English. CI means case insensitive. AS means accent sensitive. We'll see later like that's why in the document if they have mentioned any collation name we can select here which collation they have mentioned. Otherwise just we can continue with the default collation. Okay, just remember nothing I have changed here, only have we have to make here automatic. See, these settings we can do later also after installation also. Next, now here it is asking which authentication mode, in which authentication mode you want to run SQL Server. Okay, we have two authentication modes are there. We'll see again in detail in security concept. I'm selecting here Windows authentication. Windows authentication allows, remember, same domain users to connect. Same domain users can connect with Windows authentication. Whereas mixed mode authentication means same domain plus outside domain also. Means what? Let's say if the server is running in Windows authentication, I'm installing this SQL server for bsnl.com domain. Only BSNL applications and employees can connect. Okay, just in a just some in a, our general words I'm saying. Whereas if I run the server in mixed mode authentication, see, this server is there in which domain? bsnl.com domain, right? BSNL users plus other users also can connect if we allow. Means server will allow same domain users plus outside domain users also. Okay. So let me, I am going with Windows authentication. If you say mixer mode, it is asking one user SA password. We can enter some strong password. We can change this authentication mode later also, but we need to restart the service, SQL Server service. That's why we'll ask the application team, we have to run the server in which authentication mode. Okay, so that we can set here. Okay, I'm taking this one, Windows authentication mode. Here see specify SQL Server administrators. Means what? After installing SQL Server, who should work as a DBA? Okay, after installing SQL Server, who should work as a DBA? So for that purpose, what I will do, if you click here, add current user, means if you click on add current user, currently in this machine, I have connected with which account? See, administrator, right? For this account, one login is created. Means what? After installing SQL Server, I can connect through this account directly. Means what? Without entering the username password. Okay, Windows authentication. In general, what we'll do in my team, let's say 10 members are there. We have to allow all the 10 members, right, to work in this server, our team, DBA team members. That's what I can do. I will click here, add button. Here I will mention our group ID, like db dot support at like bsnl.com, something where our team members are there in which group. That group ID I will mention here so that no need to mention all the 10 member names. Okay, directly we can mention the group name. All the members of that group can work with this instance. Anyhow, these things we'll see in detail again in security module. Don't get any confusion. Just select your Windows authentication, click here add current user, then go to directories. See here we'll set the directories. See user database directory. I am saying here E drive in my machine. E drive is there. Just now we have seen for database files, L drive for log files. Okay, here's user database log drive, L drive. But remember, in your machine, while installing in your local laptop, directly in the laptop, just you continue with same C drive. No need to change anything. If drives are there, you can mention, but while practicing, you continue as it is. Okay, no need to change. But in real time, normally we have to change like this. Okay, backup directory, like you can change here some another directory, another drive if it is available. Data directory E, log directory L, for example. Then go to tempdb. For tempdb, we have separate drive right here. If you see here T drive, right? I will use this for tempdb. Check here. Here C it is showing by default. Just delete C letter, type T and copy this path. Why? Because here data file also we have to change here. Data directory also, right? So same directory means tempdb will maintain in same T drive, both data files and log files. Just copy the path, go to temp, okay? Right click, new folder, paste, okay? Just remove this T, program files from here again, cut. Just I'm creating the same path actually, okay? right click again, new, paste, Microsoft SQL Server, then remaining cut. Okay, again, folder, MS SQL Server. Okay, up to here, cut. Then MS SQL, cut here under the data, the last directory data. Okay, this is the path. Okay, same path is there here, just we are creating the path. Here see by default, see it is showing, remove this path, add, just select the same path for data file. If we go to T, open this T, automatically it is showing same path which we have created, select data. Okay, means you have to make sure same path. Then by default here number of files, it is taking 2 files for TempDB. Why? Because in this machine, like 2 CPUs are there. If we go to task manager, performance, CPU count 2, right? So it will take automatically how many CPUs are there, those many files in general, or 50%. We'll see later. Size is 8 MB. Leave this as it is. No need to change anything. Only we have changed here path. Go to max DOP, maximum degree of parallelism. Max DOP means what? Maximum degree of parallelism. This refers to number of CPUs. Okay. Currently in this server, let's say we have 32 CPUs. How many CPUs MySQL can use? We can mention here, which is optional. Okay. Go to memory. See, in this machine, memory is there, I think 4 GB. Let me check in this VM. Yeah, 4 GB is there. We can assign like 1 GB, 2 GB, like generally 70% recommended. Let's say I'm assigning 2048. 3 GB also we can assign. Remaining 1 GB, I think 3. Okay. Uh, yeah. Remaining 1 GB is for OS. Okay. Just select here, check. This is also optional recommendation. If you are not assigning, for example, if you go with default, it takes total available memory. For example, 4 GB RAM is there, right? 3.6 GB free. It can take, SQL Server can take 3.6 GB. But if I put here, we are putting some cap actually. Okay, it should not take more than 3 GB. Fine. Select the checkbox. File stream is not required. We'll see later sometime. Next. Yes, summary, it is saying what we have selected, same details it is showing again, summary, and it has captured all the details in this file, configuration file.ini, right? Once we click on install button, installation is started. Steps are simple only, just for explanation it was taking time. Very simple steps are there for SQL Server installation. If we compared with Oracle or some other products, it is very simple.
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah, yes, Srinath.
Sir, while installing Windows Server in virtual machine, do we get the like drives like same as I shown earlier, right? Like DL. So do we get the drives like that only?
No, no. I will show you after this setup. Okay, by default, you will get C drive, for example, one drive actually. We need to add like this if we want to practice. I will show you after this setup.
Oh.
Okay, right. Thank you. Any other questions, Hema, other people? Ayush. Okay. Just remember this VM creation already have said. Then drives creation. All these are not our activities. These are systems team activity. We need to understand how we are installing SQL Server by specifying different drives in the real-time installation. Right. Okay, installation is going on. Yeah, normally here this is my 4 GB VM machine. Mm, but in real time already I've said like we have 16 GB, 32 GB, depends on that vendor uh, document, right? It takes almost all 2-3 minutes time. And also it is going fast. In your laptop, it may take 8 to 10 minutes time, but no need to worry. Okay, almost all it is completing installation. Meanwhile, what is the next step?
Applying latest patches.
Correct. So, before, yeah, we need to apply latest patch. Before that, I will download SQL Server Management Studio. Generally, remember, in the server directly, I'm downloading here while practicing, right? But in server, we don't have internet. Okay, our production server. That's why we'll copy paste from our desktop or laptop. Okay, I'm saying download. We started downloading. Okay, I will download the latest patch also. It is SQL Server 2022, right? SQL Server 2022 latest patch. Okay. About patching, anyhow, we'll talk in detail. No need to worry. Just will go to here. This latest patch was released on November 14th. Generally, Microsoft release quarterly patches. Actually, we'll talk about that. Okay, patching cycle what is the process we are following in real time. So here we have patches are there in SQL Server from 2017 onwards, which are called CU. Okay, cumulative update. Okay, earlier in 2016 version, we have SPs also, service patch. Okay, service packs also, sorry, service packs. But from 2017 onwards, only we have CUs, cumulative updates like CU1. See, after let's say releasing 2022 version to clear the bugs, right? Anyhow, it is a huge software, compulsory will have bugs. To clear the bugs, to provide additional features, we have patches. Same thing like how we have patches in our mobiles updates, right? We'll see in detail. I'm not going in detail now. CUs are there. Just remember in SQL Server, we'll apply the CUs. Latest CU is there, CU16. Okay, download. SSMS is downloaded already. CUM downloading. Let me go back. What is the status of our installation? Okay. Yeah, almost all finishing. Okay. One. Okay, it is not showing screen. 1 second. Okay, let it continue. Okay, let's continue. I will check later. If it is full screen, it will be good for us. Okay. Parallel is here till it is not completed. We can't install the patch or other way because in Windows or we know right one by one. Yeah. So completed successfully. Okay. Just close this. How we know the installation is done? Close this also. Now we don't have SSMS, right? We can't connect, but you can go to run services.msc. Okay, services.msc. We can see here SQL Server main service, SQL Server agent service. Okay, both are running. But now to connect and work with what I am doing, let me go to here downloads. Let me install SSMS. Install. Just remember like default path, no need to change anything. Just click on install button. Yeah, it's starting the SSMS installation. Okay. Okay, so once this is done, then we can connect and we can verify. Okay, going on. Okay, yeah. Yeah, SSMS is also installed. Now what you can do, you can type here SSMS SQL Server Management Studio. Click on that. Okay, yeah. Next is here. It's taking time. Yeah, check here. It is opening now. Just here's instance name, same Windows authentication. Here say I'm connecting with what already with the same username. Encryption you can say here optional. Make it optional. Connect. Connected successfully. SQL Server 16.0 version 2022 version. We can take new query. We can verify here which patch is there. Okay, we can verify here what is the patch is there. Let me maximize @ version. Always remember select the command, click on execute button. Okay. See SQL Server 2022 RTM. RTMs here. RTM means release to manufacturing. It's meaning that there is no patch applied. Okay, got it right. There is no patch applied. But once we apply some patch, we'll get here RTM hyphen CU16, CU15, something like that. So that's why, suppose if somebody is asking how you know whether the patch is there or not. Okay, we have patch is there or not. So if patch, you can see here version. If you see RTM, we have to say there is no patch applied. Fine. Yes. Okay. So what we'll do, like, let's we conclude the session today. We'll continue again tomorrow. We'll apply the patch. So we'll after applying the patch, we'll send the response back to the application team that SQL Server installation is completed successfully with the latest patch. And these are the details. What details we'll send, I will show you. After that, we'll go with other concepts. Okay, right. Yes,